fifth year doing this? Do you get sentimental at any point when it's your last fall camp or anything? No.
Not
It's
really.
still camp.
Yeah, it's still camp, and you don't have much time to really think about it being the last one. So I guess get some off time. But while you're at practice, it feels like just another camp, another fall, and getting ready for another season.
Things you've learned though, I mean, is your process different than it was 4 years ago?
Yeah, much different. Going about practice is much different. I grow from different mistakes. I think just the overall processing a defense is just different. Much familiar with the nuances of playing the position, like movements and cadence and all that kind of stuff that you've just kind of done a lot of in the past, so you're kind of used to it. So I feel kind of relaxed and calm back there, and it's a good feeling. Doing it for this long, I guess you better feel that way.
What are some of those things, maybe specifically, go back to 2019, like pre-snap, where you look, given the limitations you're under by way of on the field and pre-snap audibles, those things, was box count something, or safety positioning something that you were paying attention to as much as a freshman or sophomore at all compared to now?
Yeah, I'd say the defense is you still recognize, still try to process. At the same time, movements, and there's just a lot of pre-snap thinking just to get the play executed. Each offense I've been in has had, different things, whether it be, shifts and motions, movements, double plays, where to go in a certain singular play. So there's just a lot of thinking. I don't feel like I'm necessarily processing the same stuff. When I was a freshman, it was processing every play, there's a lot of stuff you had never seen before. So now, thank goodness, I've seen a lot of it. I'm just able to react now.
Well, last week at Media Day, some of your teammates talked about you being one of the best trash talkers on the team. Would you agree with that?
Well, I won't back down from it. I don't normally start it, but if they want to start it, I don't mind finishing it.
That says you had a unique way of trash talking. Like maybe they didn't realize I got trash talked to until a couple minutes later.
Yeah, see, I don't cuss or anything, so it's I guess if you just take what they say and just kind of, remind them that we're still going to attack them on offense, and we're still going to go after them. And a lot of times my guys back me up, so that's a good thing.
Dan said that Austin has looked like he's really made some big strides from spring till now. What have you seen from him particularly?
Yeah, he's really done a good job. He's, I think learned a lot of football just within a few months. He's learned the plays, and it's easy to say learn the plays, but he's actually processing things quicker and gets guys lined up. And he's operating at an efficient level right now, and it's impressive from a freshman. And I would say honestly, our whole room's taken the stride from spring to fall. We're very comfortable with what we're doing right now. We've got a lot of reps at it, and Austin's done a really good job with that.
What's the camaraderie like with that room? Because obviously Jay was here, he's gone, Ty's back, and Austin stepped in. Kind of, how does that come together in terms of just chemistry?
Oh, we're very close. We enjoy hanging out with each other. Right now we're having a lot of meeting times, so we're spending a lot of times together. Seeing a lot of each other's good plays, bad plays. So it's just really encouraging each other, and I think we do a good job. We have a healthy room, and we really do a good job of complimenting each other when it gets tough. And I think that's what quarterback room is supposed to be like.
What do you think is the difference between Bucky from a year ago today to right now?
I think just experience and going through a whole year. In the situation, in the spot he was in, and now he can kind of embrace the key role of being, a top running back in our league. And, he does a good job of pushing guys. He does a good job of, practicing. I think a lot of those guys in that situation will kind of back off and, get to the season. But he really is a tough guy. He practices a lot. He takes every rep he's supposed to take and does it to the best of his ability. He makes a lot of plays, and he's an impressive guy.
There have been a lot of talks about a Chick-fil-A potentially opening in Springfield. Have you been keeping up with any of those reports, and would you ever go in on a franchise of a Chick-fil-A?
Well, I have heard a few different times. I'll believe it when I see it. but that's exciting for the city. I think Chick-fil-A is a good spot. It deserves to be in a place like Oregon, and then I think the players would love it. I think it'd be a great recruiting tool too. So yeah, I'm happy. May not be here to enjoy it, but the sooner the better, I think.
So that was one of the reasons you came back?
Yeah, sure. To let it be built when I left. Yeah.
From last fall to this fall, I mean, going against the defense every day, where have you really seen the biggest improvements from that unit?
I think it's not new anymore for a lot of them. I think the guys that were here last year, the guys that have been through it for a year, they now are extra coaches on the field, and you get guys lined up, and it's not just the coaches, teaching it and coaching it. Now we got guys on the field, and you're able to expand a lot, and I think they're just doing a really good job of, running the play that's called, doing a good job with coverage. They know the details of coverage, and even the fronts and blitzes, they're dialed in right now, and they're doing a really good job. Team speed is really impressive on defense. They do a good job of getting to the football. They do a good job of just playing sound defense and making it tough on us. We're challenging them, and they're challenging us, and it's making for a good fall.
Did Nico or Kyrie talk as much as Gonzo did?
Well, Gonzo didn't talk much at all, and Kyrie won't shut up. But I think that's what makes him really good. He's a fierce competitor. Nico's a lot like Gonzo. He kind of just plays ball. And Gonzo had a strange way of talking smack without saying a word. So I think that was impressive from him. But I think it's each guy's different. Some guys really enjoy talking, and they play better when they do talk. Other guys, they go out there and play football and don't say much. And it's, I think, different for each player. And some guys enjoy trash talk. Some guys stay away from it.
What are the additions of Gary and Tez offer to the offense that are just different than last year in terms of just maybe more 10 or 11 or 21 or just things vertically that just with that kind of speed it's hard to match?
Yeah, I think it's you see a lot of the same stuff. Those guys playing big roles, big important roles. We're going to have the same personnel as last year to be able to get to a lot of multiple ones, and I think those guys will be able to make some plays in different situations. We're going to play to their strengths, get those guys in good matchups, and let them do what they do and play ball.
How have all the new guys sort of acclimated themselves? The new guys, how have they acclimated, and what's your chemistry like with all this?
I think really good. I think we started, when they got here, we have a close knit team. We're very connected overall, and then they just kind of fit in and just kept right on going. And I think from a team perspective, I like where we're at. A lot of the times in this day and age, you get a lot of new guys and a lot of cliques and a lot of guys on teams that have been here for a while, and then new guys that have a hard time meshing or gelling together. But I feel like we have a very close team. I think the leadership does a really good job of bringing everybody in, making sure everybody's well taken care of, and I think that's going to pay off during the season when it gets tough. So already paid off in fall camp. Fall camp's been tough. Like usual, like it's common, but I think it's really paid dividends that we're a close group and we can communicate with each other, encourage each other, and move on.
All right, thanks, Bo.
Thank you all.